Hey, good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Travis Meyer. There are showers and storms that have moved through the metro area, and it's kind of funny. In fact, Stephen Narens and Stacia and I were kind of laughing because right where I live, it's like nothing happened. And I'm like, how does this happen to me? But anyway, it happened to me where I didn't get any rain. But boy, do we have a nice band of rain going on that now stretches from near Okmulgee. Again, there's some spots where some of you guys are going to miss out. We talked about this the last couple of days. Spotty, but yet this is a band that has tropical moisture pretty much attached to it. We have our storm trackers also out, and you can see some of the guys that are around the area. And so we're going to be watching this through the rest of the afternoon into the evening hours. You can see the heaviest rains running in southwestern Mayes County right now, and then extending back on up into areas of southeastern Craig County. And that, I mean, it's just a solid line. So if you were on the east side of this line when it developed, oh, it's so nice, so nice. And if you're on the west side, you're going, what rain, Trav? What rain? You said it was going to rain. Well, we said it was going to rain, and we kind of thought it'd be right around I-44 to the east, and that's pretty much what happened. I know Alan mentioned that this morning as well. So if we can put this in loop or in laps. And JD does, okay. And then we might try to get Darren on the phone. He's got a great picture. I'm going to look at that in just a minute. JD's getting about our Gus right now. And so this is right in this area. So this is the leading edge of it. And we expect some gusty winds with some of this. There is a chance that a few of these storms could almost get up to isolated severe limits. And I want to just show you down here where Ron and Darren are located. In fact, let's go zoom in on Muskogee County for a minute. And then let's look at some reflectivity values, or I should say velocity values. But you can see Darren's right at Taft right now on Highway 62. And some velocity data, kind of see how this looks right here. And then right where Darren is located. And guys, I haven't asked you this before, but could you go ahead and try to get Darren's picture up on the screen, because if you could, as we look at this, then you can just see what's going on right now. And so this is kind of some scary looking clouds. We call them SLCs, but this is the leading edge of the thunderstorms. And so what you're looking at right now is this edge as it's blowing out. And so this is right around Taft, Highway 62. And so I'll get out a picture here a little bit so you can see the rain curtain on the lower right-hand corner, and then a lot of low clouds as that's continuing to track to the southeast. Is that a tornado? No, but it is at least a line of thunderstorms with extremely heavy downpours of rain. In fact, as we take a look at, let's take a look at shear and some of the indications on that right now. So there's just right where Darren's located, we don't have any shear rate. To the north of that, we do up on Highway 51. This is what we call our storm analysts. And so what we're doing is analyzing locations. The purple magenta colors that you see, that's where there could be some very small hail, is just tropical rain, like just heavy downpours of rain, just what the doctor ordered for anybody who needed rain. And so the dark greens, really most of the rain is in the greens, but when we get into a tropical type setting like this where we're running into a tropical air mass, some of the rainfall is so heavy that the radar is kind of even seeing potentially what it thinks is hail, and it's really just toad strangling rainfall, if you've ever heard that before. Anyway, so this is from Porter. And so our peaches are going to get wet. That's good. The rain's just moved through Haskell. And you can see right down in this area where we do have just west of Boynton, where we have some the magenta colors here, very heavy downpours of rain. I don't see too much in the way of hail as we're looking at our own radar. A little bit further to the north and to the east. And we'll look at the analysis right now again, if we could, Stephen. And we're looking right along this leading edge. And so, like, for example, around Choteau, and then also up just on the county line between Craig and extending down through Mayes County. These are a few areas on the west end of Grand Lake that are having really, really heavy downpours of rain. Let's come a little closer around the Choteau area for a minute. You see our lightning strikes, they're sitting at 80. So those have increased dramatically in the last hour or so. This would be the only area, like if I was thinking that there would be a little bit of hail, it would probably be near the Choteau area, getting a lot of lightning strikes here. So this is definitely pretty powerful at this time. Let's go to live radar for a second on this. And as we look at it, you can just see the location where we're at. And this is the only thing, this magenta colors that you see right in here. There is a chance that there could be some pea-sized hail, but this doesn't really give us a good indication of that. And one more velocity data coming out of INX, if we could. As we look at this, there should be some gusty winds right around the Choteau area too. So we're talking 40, looks like that'd be about 40, 45 miles per hour wind gusts. And so it's not really horrible. In fact, it's rain, and when we get thunderstorms, we're going to have wind gusts. Hopefully, we won't have anything severe. The big thing is, though, is that there's a chance that a few of these thunderstorms, as I said, could pulse up to really strong levels. They're strong right now, or heavy. They're definitely heavy. And then they could be going to stronger, to just isolated severe. And we're going to have to look and see where some of these would be located. But you get the general gist of where this is going. And if you could put it in motion for a minute. And what we're going to do is we're just going to look at how this is just tracking to the east. These individual cells are moving east-northeast, but the whole line is going to the east with time. So as we look at what's happening across this area, we're going to continue to watch just in case for an embedded area that could be a little stronger, have a little bit more of an issue. Overall, though, this is just great rain, and I'll show you some of the rainfall amounts that we have showing up. But this is a track of where these are headed, so it's almost due east, and you can see some of the areas from Wagner. You're coming up very quickly here at 3:15, and then looking at Locust Grove at about 3:22. So these are the areas that should be in line, and that includes all the way up to where JD is located in eastern Ottawa County. So a lot of this is rain, moderate rain, heavy rain. Some of these areas continuing to track off. We don't see anything severe, but it's good, and it should be about a quarter to a half inch of rain or more. So we're going to take a look right now and see how it looks as far as rainfall amounts. And so far, with some of the rain that we had some morning showers and rain. So some of these areas have pushed into 1 inch or more. So the areas of green that you see, and that's what we have up here on the bar. This is the last 24 hours. Once we get past the blues, we get more into the green areas. We're pushing about 1 inch. So some of these areas around Tulsa and then on up to around Miami, picking up about 1 inch of rain. And near the Jinx area, I was driving into work a couple hours ago, and as I was driving in, there was like a patch where there's water on the roads and just kind of big ponding water. And I'm by my place right before that, and I'm like, the sidewalk even evaporated within about 2 minutes of when it rained. It didn't even rain really. So that gives you an idea. So some of these areas from Tulsa to the west has not been as good, and we certainly would have liked to have seen a little bit more rain on the west side. Here's a look at the metro area to give you an idea of how much rain's fallen. And it hasn't been much, but it was enough to at least give you a feeling that it's like there's rain. It can rain. And also that there's breezes that have knocked down the temperatures, which were near 90. Some of those temperatures got knocked down very quickly because of the rain-cooled air. So leading edge is still over here. And so in Choteau and southeastern portions of Rogers County, western Mays County, right now, Pryor, these are areas that needed rain really, really bad. You guys are getting some much needed rain. Not going to be jealous. Going to be happy for you. Just south of Bixby, one more time, 0.8 of an inch of rain. Haskell, 0.9 of an inch of rain. You get over to Glenpool, 1/4 inch of rain, and you can see Midtown Tulsa is about where it started. Broken Arrow area, about 1/4 inch, I would say. And that's not enough, really. We need a lot more. So if you're worried, we still have opportunities for additional rain, but it's going to take a little bit. Notice how Tulsa's temperature looks like a sore thumb sticking out. That's because we didn't pick up the rain, and the cooler air, which is coming in from the northwest, is just getting here. So the northwest, you can see temperatures in the 80s, and then you can see where rain cooled 78 in Okmulgee, 75, 74 in Pryor and Veneta. Nature's air conditioning working fine. And we have the clouds and the tropical weather going on in the southeast. McAllister's at 86, but you guys are lined up for the potential for some rain and thunderstorms. Here's a new update where Pryor just walked down or dropped down to 74. And is that the latest, Stephen, on our readings too in downtown? Is still sitting at 90. So, man, we just barely missed out on that. But that gives you a pretty good idea of what's going on. So our chance of showers and storms as we go through about 8 o'clock tonight really drops down. Especially, it drops down to the southeast, and it also falls apart. And so the temperatures will be in the 70s, though, in some of the cooler air as that cool front comes on down. Now, the good news is that at least going to knock temperatures down for those of us who are whining about not getting rain. We'll be in the 60s to low 70s tomorrow morning. Should be a beautiful, beautiful start. And during the day tomorrow, our chance of rain very, very limited, but we do have a northwest wind, and temperatures will rebound back in the 80s to maybe near 90, especially to the west of Tulsa. We still have chances of a few showers and storms. So what I'm saying is, yes, there's still a chance. It's not with this system, because if you missed it, if you're not getting rain now or see it to your west, you're probably not going to pick up rain for a while. But we do have chance of thunderstorms as we go toward the weekend. I'll have the timeline at 5 and 6 o'clock, and we're going to track that timing for that for the weekend storm threats. Also, as we take a look, the heat index is going to come back because the sauna, it's going to be back, especially if we can pick up the rain as we look at it for Saturday morning and Saturday night, maybe Sunday. Then the heat comes back, and then heat indexes are still going to go back up above 100. We're working on that forecast. We'll have it for you. Begin in Tulsa. If you didn't get any rain, hang in there. I'm going to have to ask you to hang in there for another 48 to 72 hours if you can. I'll have complete updates coming up a little bit later this afternoon. And if you're east of Tulsa and having the rain and thunderstorms, we've got our trackers out. We will be watching, and we'll let you know the latest. So have a great afternoon, and I'm still praying for rain.